This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this evening, scores of women protest to Government House in Port Harcourt over attack on leader of a chair Legislative Assembly, Cynthia Nwala. Federal government threatens to impose state of emergency to tighten security in Anambra State. NASCO denies funding terrorism. On the foreign scene, Russia investigates prison torture allegations after videos leaked. I am Constance Mega. Scores of women protested today at the River State Government House in Port Harcourt over alleged harassment of the leader of Eche Legislative Assembly, Cynthia Nwala. While the protesters who condemned the alleged harassment said the violence against women must be stopped and oppression of women in Eche must be stopped. Well, one of the protesters spoke to newsmen.
They should shun violence against women because, as you can see, we are undergraduates, we're female leaders in the school, and we saw this thing on the internet yesterday. We left lectures to this place this morning to show our displeasure. We are angry because we are the leaders of tomorrow. Let them give us a chance. They should stop oppressing us because we have equal rights. We are angry. Things should not be swept under the carpet. The government should hear us, and there should be fast replying to this thing that we came here to do this morning.
Well, on her part, the legislative leader of Eche, Cynthia Nwala, alleged that there is a plot to impeach her from office. Now, displaying a picture on her phone showing the deputy legislative leader of Eche dressed as the leader of the assembly, she also said she wants justice in the matter. Well, our correspondent reports that no one from the government house came out to address the protesting women. While the Eche woman leader and Mrs. Nwala were later invited into the government house. Moving on, Igbo socio-cultural group Ohaneze Ndigbo says the gunmen terrorizing the southeast are still not known. Speaking on our sister station, Nigeria Info in Lagos, the secretary of Ohaneze Ndigbo, Everest Ozonweke, said the situation in the southeast is a product of past mistakes and oversight.
Governors and leaders of Southeast condemned the killings in the region and have agreed to join hands with security agencies to stop the killings. The meeting condemned the sit-at-home orders, which are mostly issued by our people in diaspora who do not feel the pains. In view of the information, the meeting resolved that governors and all the people of the Southeast do everything within the law to ensure that there is no further sit-at-home in Southeast and that people are allowed to freely move about in the zone.
Meanwhile, a security expert, Chinedu Owonda, has applauded the decision by the South-South governors to launch a regional security outfit. Colonel Owonda, in an interview with our correspondent, said the security outfit, if launched, will help reduce the level of insecurity experienced in the region. He, however, called for the establishment of state police across the country.
Well, as you know, it's long overdue, the South-South governors to have established one, because all over the regions in Nigeria, they have one security outfit or the other complementing the security of this country. But now that they have established, it will help to ameliorate both the security issues we have on ground. The state policing is what we are talking of, so that the state should be able to handle the environment and make sure that they protect the people.
Well, recall that after governors of the South-South region met on Monday at the River State Government House, chairman of the forum, Ifeanyi Okowa, while reading the communique, said the forum has approved the setting up of a regional security outfit, which will be launched soon. The federal government says it will do everything within its powers to ensure a peaceful and credible governorship election in Anambra State on November 16. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, stated this while answering questions from journalists after the weekly Federal Executive Council meeting in Abuja. While the AGF told State House correspondents that a state of emergency may be invoked if necessary.
As a government, we have a responsibility to provide security to lives and properties. So within the context of these constitutional obligations of the government and the desire to establish democratic norms and order, there is no possibility that is outruled. The government will certainly do the needful in terms of ensuring that our elections are held in Anambra, in terms of ensuring necessary security is provided.
The spokesperson of the River State Civil Society Organization, Solomon Lenu, has criticized the move by the NCC to limit SIM card ownership to persons 18 years and above. Well, Mr. Lenu spoke in an interview with our correspondent.
For instance, I have a child who is not up to 18 years, and probably that child is away from me on vacation or on holiday, and I need to communicate with this child. How do I communicate with that child if that child would not be allowed to have a SIM card or a mobile phone? Because invariably what they are saying is that if you are not up to 18, you shouldn't use a mobile phone. And that is very retrogressive in nature.
Well, he also believes the policy will not help improve the situation of the country.
Today we are in a world where technology is driving everything. We've seen people, children who are below the age of 18, who have made various inventions, who have made serious strides in the ICT sector and all of that. And these people started this thing at a very tender age. So when you want to now limit the people of Nigeria now not to be able to have access to the internet until they are up to the age of 18, automatically you are moving the country backwards. So there is nothing that you can say that will support the fact that you are trying to improve anything.
Still ahead, NASCO denies funding terrorism. Stay tuned.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
President Muhammadu Buhari will present the 2022 budget tomorrow at a joint session of the National Assembly. President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan, made the announcement in plenary today. Senator Lawan said the president will make his presentation at 12 p.m. Meanwhile, the president of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan, has advised his colleagues to stop talking to the press in a way that sends wrong signals to the public. He made the appeal after the deputy president of the Senate, Senator Ovie Omoagege, raised a point of order over a recent television interview granted by the minority leader of the Senate, Enyinaya Abaribe. Omoagege claimed that in the said interview, Abaribe accused the APC senators of conspiring to reduce the 5% equity share approved for the host communities in the Joint Committee's report to 3%.
There never was a time the caucus of the APC as a political party here in the Senate and or outside the Senate met and took a decision that the people of the host community of Niger Delta be shortchanged by reducing the host contribution from 5% to 3%. Mr. President, I have received several telephone calls after this interview was aired. But Mr. President, I feel very, very offended, and I believe all members of the APC in the Senate equally feel very, very offended and feel that their privilege has been breached.
Well, in a remark, the president of the Senate said lawmakers did not vote along party lines. He said there is still room for amendment of the Petroleum Industry Act in areas citizens feel less satisfied. Well, Senator Lawan also advised lawmakers who are not satisfied with the decision to revisit the BIA and seek an amendment rather than explore unproductive means to mislead Nigerians.
So I will encourage us to talk less to the press on ways that will give the press the wrong impression and concentrate more on talking to our colleagues in the Senate when we want to sway the opinion of senators to support our position. I would have loved to give the minority leader an opportunity to say something, but I'm sure that this is a matter of privilege and all of us would have learned from it. There is no reason for us to give the wrong information because it doesn't help. We never voted along partisan lines.
Well, Senator Abaribe was not present at plenary to respond to the queries leveled against him. The Senate has confirmed the nomination of Issa Modibo, Gbenga Komolafe, and two others as chairman, chief executive, and executive commissioners of the Nigerian Upstream Regulatory Commission. While Hassan Gambo was confirmed as executive commissioner, finance and accounts, Rose Ndong is to take charge of exploration and acreage. With their confirmation followed the presentation of a report by the chairman, Senate Committee on Petroleum Upstream, Albert Akpan. Now, according to Akpan, the nominees scaled through the committee screening and proved they had capacity to discharge their duties. NASCO Group Nigeria has denied a media report that it is funding terrorism in Nigeria and other African countries. NASCO Group Nigeria, in a statement, said the report by journalist David Hundeyi on terrorism funding contains defamatory and slanderous content. The company said it will never sponsor any criminal act, organization, or violence that would disrupt the peace of Nigeria or any other country. In business, report says the cost of fairly used vehicles, otherwise called Tokumbo vehicles, have further increased in Nigeria. The Guardian is reporting that the prices tripled due to issues like high clearing fees, unfriendly ports environment, continuous border closure, and illegal charges of government agencies, now worsened by high exchange rate. And in entertainment, YouTube has removed 2 channels of disgraced R&B singer R. Kelly, who was found guilty of some sex crimes last week. YouTube said in a statement that 2 of the singer's channels, R. Kelly TV and R. Kelly Vivo, have been removed, and he will no longer be able to create or own any other YouTube channel. A catalog of his music will, however, be available on YouTube Music, YouTube's audio streaming service, and the videos uploaded by other YouTube users will continue to be available. In sports, Nigeria Info will join her sister stations School FM, Wazobia FM, and Arewa Radio to broadcast live the African qualifiers for the FIFA World Cup 2022. Well, it will begin with the Super Eagles match against the Central African Republic.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Russian authorities are investigating allegations of torture and rape in the prison system after leaked videos appeared to show inmates being abused. More than 1,000 videos were leaked to the human rights group Gulagu.net, which claims the footage proves hundreds of people have been tortured. Well, one video appears to show a naked man being abused with a stick at a prison hospital in the city of Saratov. On the news this evening, you heard that scores of women have protested to the government house in Port Harcourt over an attack on the leader of a Che Legislative Assembly, Cynthia Nwala. The federal government has threatened to impose a state of emergency to tighten security in Anambra State. NASCO has denied funding terrorism. And on the foreign scene, Russia is investigating the prison torture allegations after videos leaked. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. Contact our newsroom on 0818-900-0017. For more stories, visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this evening. I am Constance Mega. Thank you so much for listening.
What we do